Aries Seeker, hi. Welcome to your July reading. Almost talking, but not. Do your thing. It's okay. If you're new, this is the Existential Shift, and my name is Morgane. Happy to have you here. I'm working with the Universal Golden Tarot. Aries. Mars is coming into your sign soon, depending on when you're watching it. If you're watching this after the 29th, then it's already in your sign. I'm ready. I have a stallion in Aries. I'm familiar with that energy. Judgment. It's the wake-up call we all need to fight the good fight. Aries people are warriors by nature. Idealists. They are the first to charge in battle. They do not hide behind anything. We're lucky to see them wearing a shield. To them, to you, sorry. Maybe there are a lot of cross watchers wondering what's going on with their Aries. To you, your own skin is your shield. You are the shield. You are a protector. You're a hero. And there are probably women who are involved with an Aries right now watching me being like, my Aries isn't protecting me. Does your Aries truly love you? I'm sorry, I know that one hurt. I'm sorry, I know. I felt it in my stomach because you felt it in your stomach. Aries will protect their loved ones to the death. And yes, of course, different people are different and different placements and different life situations, but when an Aries loves you, you know you have their back. And if you don't feel like you have their back, crosswatcher, if you don't feel like they'll stand up for you in the moment of truth, then that is something you need to consider. Wake-up call. 5 of Swords. Because with everything else that they don't care about, or you don't, you, Aries, that you don't believe in, or you are not that invested in, you'll be in and out. 5 of Swords. Sometimes it's a matter of what you have to gain from something. But to truly show up, Aries has to deeply love. And even though you may look like a douche or a bitch to some for not fully showing up for them, I actually appreciate that about you, Aries, because what it means is you don't lie. You don't pretend to do the right thing just because the book says it's the right thing. You do the right thing because it's true. It comes from your freedom, from your heart. Fool. Nothing holds you down other than what you truly feel is true. And to that, you'll be loyal, you'll be present, you'll be committed, you'll be all in, you'll jump off the cliff. It won't be sitting on the fence. People who know you as someone who sits on the fence when it comes to them, it's probably because you don't actually truly love them. But here you are, Aries, coming in with the Judgment and the Fool. So Although there are people in your life you are maybe wishy-washy with, it's okay. I'm not judging you. I just told you what I think about the reason. The desire and the belief in something bigger that you want to give yourself to still exists in you. And you feel it coming. You feel yourself waking up to your essence of the warrior, of the protector, of the knight in shining armor. I know. A lot of people out there won't give you that tagline unless they were truly loved by an Aries. Someone who was truly loved by an Aries will be the first to say that. You will put everything behind you, nothing will matter, and you will go all into love or all into your dream job, your vision, your faith. When you feel it in your stomach, when it's instinctual, when it hit you all over the body. And that's what you're looking for, and that's what you're waiting for. Good for you. I'm rooting for you. Wow. So the Fool steps straight into the Lovers. 4 cards on the table, 3 of them are very high major arcanas of a complete new life path, of waking up to what you feel and think and believe and just going all in, making a choice that is brave, that's somewhat risky, that people will look at you and be like, what are you doing? Where are you going? What is happening to you? And you're like, no, I just know. I hear the call. I feel it in my stomach. I know this is what I'm supposed to do. I know this is where I need to go. I know this is who I'm becoming. I know this is where I need to dive into with this person, with that thing, with that, whatever. Once that knowing strikes, there's no more questions, no more doubts. No more counting potential blessings or potential losses. Connecting fully to your spirit and being like, wow, this is crazy. Hermit and 2 of Cups. This is a very romantic reading. Both the Hermit and the Fool are seekers of truth. They are journeyers. They are fearless. They go where no one dares going. Not just outside in geography also. You're very brave. But inside in the psyche, you are not afraid to go and touch your pain. A lot of Aries I know have a very high tolerance to pain. Emotional one. You guys can hold it in for a really long time. You guys can deal with it for a really long time. Process it for a really long time. And I feel like you're doing that, Aries, or you have been doing that, because that's how you're coming into the reading. And the Fool goes straight into the Lovers, and the Hermit goes straight into the 2 of Cups. Either you are gaining faith in love again, and you're just deciding to go all in, or you've always had faith and you're finding the thing that triggers you and makes you want to act. There's a sense of very strong spiritual maturity happening here. Very fast process that isn't actually fast. It feels like it now because you're changing rapidly in front of the people who know you. But it's actually been sitting with you and happening inside of you for a while. I don't know if this is a chance encounter, a fated meeting, some way, shape, or form, universe connects you to your person. Too many cards. Show me more about this story for Aries for July, please. Can you see all the cards? Four of Swords. We went from Five of Swords to Four of Swords. Something holds you back. Hermit and the Four of Swords surrounding the Two of Cups. Something about this connection or this person that you're dealing with makes you pause. You want to pause, you want to take time, you want to think, you want to ponder, you want to process. You feel like there's more to know, more to learn. It's a very interesting energy to come up, considering how different it is than the Fool energy that we just had, and the Judgment that is a lot of fire inside you, just kind of make you want to move. This is what it is. Because you are feeling that and entering into the, not the Gemini, the Lovers card. Gemini, Virgo, very mutable energy coming up. Because you recognize that it's meaningful and big, you're pausing because you don't want to fall like you've fallen before. You don't want to crash and burn like you've crashed and burned before. You want to make sure that this is real, that this is safe. There's also a lot of contemplation over past behavior here. Four of Swords contemplating over the Five of Swords. The Judgment, I feel like, may have been a wake-up call or a change in perspective. And you're kind of also taking a little bit of time to assess and reassess. There's a major choice needs to be taken here in the Lovers. The Lovers is a card of true love. And hear me on that one, because it's tricky, because people often confuse true love with happy and ease, and it's just happening. So when it comes to a reader and a spread, they're like, your person, your soulmate. It's more complicated than that. Now, it's better here because we have it with the Two of Cups, so it gives it a more tangible, realistic existence. But the Lovers itself, as a major arcana, is guiding us to our soulmate and to our true love. And in order for us to do that, in order for us to align with our person, we need to be on our true path. We need to be in a place that honors our heart, our dreams, our aspiration, who we truly are. Because your soulmate is a blueprint of your true essence. So if you're not tapped into your true essence, you can't really unite with a soulmate that is a part of you. Because there's a blockage, and there's masks in between, and there fears in between, and there are behavior patterns in between the two of you. Watch my 13th element, peculiar shape of love. I think it will give some good pointers on what I'm just trying to say. So when the Lover card comes out in the reading, it's telling you that something needs to be done in order to clear the path and to make room and be yourself on that path. You gotta walk that path of love to find love. Does that make sense? Now, not necessarily in ways of the 3D search of love, but in spirit and in essence, your heart needs to be there. You can go out to all the dates in the world, but if inside you're not believing or not open, it won't happen, right? And you can also not go out and not try and not seek and not constantly date, but be in a place that is open to love, and it will just find you. This is essence. And I feel like this is what you're taking your time to be within yourself. It's like, is this a path I'm choosing? Is this something I want to walk towards and with? Because if I'm doing this, I'm stepping all in. Interesting. Okay, let's continue. I always get caught up in the reading and the energy and forget to talk about it in the beginning. But I guess it's better because if you're still around, then you're my tribe that I should be telling you about it. So, beautiful seekers, you've been doing amazing work and amazing cooperation in putting us on the cover of Maxim magazine. Now it's the real game. Quarterfinals, then semifinals, then finals. Quarterfinals is between July 6th to July 16th, where I need you to vote every day to not miss a day. It's completely free if you're new. The link to voting is below. And we can be on the cover. For me, it will be highly beneficial because it comes with a wonderful prize and a photo shoot with Jill and Simone. And I want to expand this movement, the Existential Shift, broader, wider, and bring here people who would normally not find themselves on the path to spirituality or to mysticism. Men who will see me on the cover might want to come here and also listen. Women, young women who look up to models and influencers and actresses, kind of open the world to them to remind them and teach them that they are goddesses. We are living in a time that is historically, energetically huge. It's the rise of the divine feminine and the collapse of the toxic masculinity in order to make room for the divine masculine energies. For unity consciousness between yin and yang. I want to be a part of that wave and bring my share into that and inspire the way I can. So help me do that. It's not just me on the cover, it's we. Where I go, the Existential Shift goes. So I show up for you every month to do 13 videos, one for each sign. I don't miss a month. I don't skip a month. I show up for you. I need you to please show up for this and not skip a day. It's super easy. I wouldn't have asked that if it was complicated. It's really just pressing a button. I'm so proud and honored to have you here, and I'm so grateful because you guys have been showing up, so thank you. If I've inspired you or taught you either today or during the past 3 years, this is a great way to reciprocate. And it's making me really happy to go into my profile and on Maxim and see the constant votes. It's just, it's so healing and heartwarming. And anyway, this is a reading for July. So during July, the quarter final is between July 6th to July 16th including, and then between July 20th and July 30th, it's the semifinals. So either way, just going and vote every day. It's a total of 22 days during July and then 11 more days during August, with 3 days breaks in between. Every time they put me in a new group, so on the first day, you just gotta go all in and kind of make sure you bring me to the top. If I'm not at the top, bring me there. If we're in the top, let's stay there. When we're at our best, we go better. When we are at our fastest, we go faster, and rock and roll. And exercise and manifestation. Greatness is a muscle you gotta train every day. That one small act of pressing a button and voting once a day is huge. And we're at a time of voting, so why not just go all in with that? Every vote counts. Some of you out there are currently voting red or voting blue. I'm asking you to, regardless of that, to vote purple. Unity consciousness. So thank you. And there will be a lot of bonus content throughout the month to encourage and to remind, and we're going to have fun with it. So join the shift to the wave of fun, and let's make it happen, huh? Okay. Back to Aries. Thank you, Aries. Back to Aries energy. We're also doing animal spirit right after this. Can you hear the car outside with the alarm going off? It's been like that for a good few minutes, and I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. Yeah, the world is going to go crazy. It's already going crazy. You can see it. I don't see it ending anytime soon. Quite the opposite. This is a domino effect, a butterfly effect of one thing lead to another. One Pandora box opens another. We are in very massive times. And the High Priestess. And we need to buckle up. In Aries, a lot of you are going to be in the forefront. So find your truth, find your tribe, find your person, find your path. I have here the High Priestess right underneath the Hermit. This is the mythology of Merlin and Morgane le Fay from Camelot and Avalon. Seeker master, teacher student. Aries people have been some of my greatest teachers in my life. On a personal level, not just like a professional level, although as well. But my 8th house is in Aries. I have my Venus, my Lilith, my Mercury there. You've been my greatest karmic teachers. There's something for you to learn here, Aries, something of Beyond the Veil. Okay, these are all cards of Beyond the Veil. Some sort of truth that you are diving into this month. Some sort of teacher is involved in this. Something very mysterious about this energy. Some of you might have really intense prophetic dreams. I recommend writing your dreams. Some of you are studying something of the occult, of mysticism, or developing your knowledge. Some of you are getting a glimpse into someone else's world that you feel like is also your world in a way. And you're kind of journeying into that. They're not letting me see too much of it, Aries. I think it's something that you need to discover as you go, that I shouldn't like tell you exactly for some reason. This High Priestess is really, really grabbing my attention. Like, her energy is just off the charts. It's like some of you are seeking truth in the darkness. I feel like you want to discover something or learn something, and then, you know, that which you seek is seeking you. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I feel like there will be like an opportunity or an opening, if you want to go majestic, like a portal of some sort, opening up this month for you. It will be like you'll have to grab that. You'll have to it's like the door will open for a second and you'll have to walk through it. Does that make sense? Like, it will give you the chance to either enter or learn something, and you gotta take it. No, let me rephrase. You don't gotta do anything. I can't tell you what to do in this. This is a very if you want to know about this world, then you'll need to take it. Because this is something that comes, it's very mutable. It's very evasive. It's not something that will stick around and force itself or convince you. Does that make sense? Like, it's a very sorry, I'm feeling it, but I can't yet. It takes me longer for some reason to process it into like tangible information that I can convey to you. It's like I can't see it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not supposed to tell you this. I think it's some sort of a test, Aries. I think if I were to be able to see what this is and advise you what to do, it wouldn't be a test anymore for you to. It's like I'll give you the answer, right? And then, but you need to be the. Oh my God! They're like, okay. I need to stop. I'm not. Wow, this is the weirdest thing. I just got really stopped with the energy. I can't say anything about this. Okay. There's an old saying in tarot that once the High Priestess come out, the reading has to stop. She comes to say, look no further. You cannot see this, or you may not speak this. I normally not want to follow these ancient, somewhat dark, somewhat mostly unnecessary rules of the tarot, but I am familiar with them, and I just got okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to come back to Wheel of Fortune. What is happening? I have the Judgment, the Fool, Lovers, Hermit, High Priestess, and now the Wheel of Fortune. We are all highly tested at these times. This whole, new earth split, everything that we talk a lot about in the spiritual community. No one can tell you what to choose or what path to take. That's the whole point. In order to be in one, say, existence or path, you gotta be, in essence, in the same frequency, resonating with that path. And if someone tells you what is the thing to do, or, kind of feeds you with a spoon, it doesn't come from you. You might do the actions, but it won't be from your heart. And then it won't benefit you. It will hurt you to be on a path that you can't handle, or on a frequency that you haven't tapped into. It will create dissonance and pain and suffering. We are guided right now to be where we can be. And for you to be able to tap into this energy and get a glimpse into the world and step into this world, it has to come from your heart, from your gut, from your decision, from your action. No one can pull you into it or push you into it. So I feel like you might find yourself, whether aware of it or not, Aries, really tested this month on a grand scale of things when it comes to the decisions that you will be making. You'll have temptations. You'll reach many crossroads, forks in the road. Fork in the road. Two work opportunities present themselves. What do you choose? Do you choose past or do you choose future? Do you choose the path of fear and habit, or do you choose the path of bravery and manifesting a future? You'll have a lot of and it won't look big. That's the catch. It will be seemingly small things. But what you'll decide will be very meaningful. I don't want to scare you. I don't want to but that's the most I can tell you. That's the most I'm allowed to tell you, literally. I don't remember the last time the cards shut me up like that. So this means it's very intense. And it has to come from you. I can't say anything. This is so crazy. Okay. So can we go back, or can you put me on a energy that I can read for Aries and can say? Thank you. 9 of Pentacles. Awesome. So something you've worked on for a long time is bearing fruit. Tangible fruit. Something that is yours will happen. You'll either win it or earn it. Something with beauty? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This reading is one of the most bizarre readings I've done in a really long time. There's some there's money that is supposed to come to you, Aries, that is supposed to come to you, and it's gonna come to you. That's the message. Like, Eight of Pentacles. Keep working on what you're working on. Keep investing in what you believe in. Pentacles is the suit of the craftsmanship. It's not just work, it's also artistic and creative. You're doing like one thing at a time. Like there's a big vision, like a big mountain you're climbing, and you understand that the only way to reach the top is by doing one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time. For example, like the message that I can be getting from this is like, don't talk about quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. Right now, we're just focusing on the quarterfinals. Just an example. I'm sorry for pushing myself into it, but that's just the best example I could think of. If you're climbing a mountain now, do one step at a time and do it perfect. Like, focus the energy on what matters now, and do it well. Don't like skip stages. If it's work, the example that I just gave you. If it's dating, make every meeting great, right? Inspire the both of you to want to meet again. If it's spiritual knowledge, then read every page properly. Set the foundations. Like I'm getting like that the details gotta be honored. Okay, let's conclude this reading. I will continue this in the extended. It's a love reading, a double pentagram, a look into you and your person of interest. So we'll know more about whatever dynamic is coming up here. I also pull runes at the end. There's a rune reading. But I'm going to conclude now here and then pull animal spirit for Aries. For July. Page of Pentacles, more coins, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, don't worry about money. I mean, I'm not saying to not work or not invest, but there's a sum of money that is yours that is coming in. It's on its way. For some of you, it will be by Virgo season. September, sorry. There's a lot of Virgo energy, by the way. I have 1, 2, 3 Virgo cards on the table. The High Priestess is also Virgo-esque because she's mutable as well. I'm sorry, I'm not out of it. I'm just, that energy here that stopped me from talking to you was very strong. It wasn't bad. It's not bad at all. It was just, this is when, as a reader, I have a responsibility to know what you should or shouldn't know, right? What will benefit you in knowing and what will just tackle you, and knowing when to let you find your way. And I feel like in this case it's very important that you find your way in this. Aries for July. Animal spirit for Aries for July, please. Too much. But it completely... It's like she's like... God, guys, I know it's a long reading and I'm overdoing this, but I don't have a choice. So, something from past lifetimes coming up. I think something from a past lifetime will come up for you. This could be something from a past lifetime that is, it was arranged to happen at this time. You do still have free choice. It is highly destined. You still have free choice to deny it, don't we all? But keep in mind that if you do, and I don't know what this is, if you do, now once again, I can't say it, this is driving me nuts. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I'm really sorry, I'm not doing this on purpose. I have to respect the energies. Now let's do it. Firefly and mouse. I feel like this firefly, it's like the lantern the hermit is holding. It's a light that is guiding this mouse. I'm picking up on like a mouse running through an alley, like in the darkness, like, you know, like really close to the sidewalk when they're trying to stay safe from people or from whatever. This firefly. It's literally like, you know, those insects, a firefly, literally a firefly. They're always super archetypal and metaphoric, the animal spirit. I don't actually take them when I do readings, when I read them like as, this is a mouse, this is a firefly, but right now they're literally coming up as a real mouse and a real firefly, where the firefly is leading the mouse is like walking, like running after that light. Fireworks. You know how we have a lot of fireworks at night right now? A lot of illegal fireworks. Okay, so there's something about a scene like that, where someone is walking in the dark and there's either like loud noises or fireworks or something chaotic, right, in their environment. And they're trying to like kind of walk in the alley and kind of safe and quiet, and there's something that leads them. I don't know if it's a person or an actual firefly. I don't think you're an actual mouse. Maybe you see a mouse when you walk down the street, and that's happening. This is something that may happen, right? So come back to this reading. It may happen throughout the month. There's something that may have happened in a past lifetime where you met someone in that type of scene. You met someone when you were, that was what's going on around. And this situation returns. Total channeling, maybe for one or two people. Sorry for those of you who don't find it. But I don't remember the last time I felt so stuck in my words and in trying to express what I'm feeling. It's like they're letting me, every time they're letting me get a glimpse of it, but not completely. It's like I'm stuck. It's like I can't see beyond. I don't know why. I'm sorry, Aries. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you in a second in the extended. Maybe the double pentagram will allow me to see more into, maybe it's just for specific people who are able to listen to the message, so maybe the extended will bring it up. I'm not sure, I can't promise, it depends on the card and on the energy. Either way, thank you for being here and for staying as long as you have. I love you guys. Cast your daily vote, link is below. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, press the bell button to receive notifications. Stay magic, stay true. I love you, bye.